So there is a lot to really process when it comes to this chapter of Magi this week. Cohen states to Aladdin that to lower wars and prevent future wars and present wars, we need to lower the beliefs of the people. For instance, you get to finally see the ideology and what Cohen and the Cohen Empire really stands for, what they're really trying to strive for, and why they're trying to conquer so much territory. They're trying to end present and future wars, which was kind of obvious what they were doing because we got slight talks about that a long time ago, multiple chapters back. But we finally get to see the ideology of Cohen. And with this chapter, the ideology is to lower the beliefs of the people. And the reason why wars start to begin with is because of beliefs, which you can't say that isn't accurate. That is very, very accurate. Like, there's 3 different points shown in this chapter that's happened in this manga that has happened, and it was because of different standpoints and beliefs, and that's why wars happen. And this actually does happen in everyday life. Wars are going on right now because of different beliefs. And to see how this was done, it makes me question how could you stop or prevent these type of wars. And so Cohen goes in depth and actually lets us know what he is striving for, what he's trying to do. So he wants to lower the beliefs of all the people. For instance, like, as we found out a long time ago, he wants it to make it to where the entire culture, that when he takes over a nation or a country, he wants to transform the culture into, like, Co-Empire. It has to be the exact same culture. And if he does that, there won't be different beliefs and stuff like that. They'll all follow the same exact culture as everyone else, and no town or city will be any different from one another. And that will lower down possibilities of wars. But here's the thing. With what the Co-Empire is striving for, it brings up some hypocritical type arguments, in which I'm going to get into in a moment. So, one thing I've been noticing for the reoccurring theme for these past like 30 to 40 chapters, I want to finally mention it, the reoccurring theme is free will. Free will to decide the path you want to go on, the path you want to choose for yourself. For instance, Hakuryu, the path he chose the path of hatred and the path of, you know, killing everybody that had anything to do with his mother and stuff like that, and take over and choose his path of life. You have it to where Alibaba wanted to save his hometown. You have it to where Aladdin, he figures out his free will, he wants to help out Alibaba. So there's a lot of different reoccurring themes going on here. Like, everybody has their own goal and end game they're striving for, and that's in human nature. And this has been brought up quite a few times when it comes to Magi, but let's get into what this chapter truly means and what you can really pull out of this chapter. At first glance, looking at this, on paper, it looks like it's an ideal goal that Cohen and the Co-Empire are going for, what they're striving for, what they're trying to accomplish. On paper and looking at it, you think, like, why would you want to stop the Co-Empire from conquering everybody if there's something like this is going to happen? If he's going to stop present day and future day wars, like, why would you want to do that when he wants to get rid of some beliefs and lower them down? Here's where the hypocritical type argument comes into play. Cohen states that he will allow Aladdin to use his own will. He has his own will. He can do whatever he wants. Whatever he wants to do. And then they said, like, we'll do whatever we want to do. But with them wanting to change the beliefs or lower the beliefs of everybody, the different talents and stuff like that, they are in fact trampling upon free will. That's what they are doing. They are doing the exact same thing they want to not do to them. Like, they don't want the stuff like free will taken away from them, but they're doing it to other people, and this will cause animosity. It will cause animosity in some towns or villages. I mean, you could kill off as many haters as you want, anybody that doesn't agree with your beliefs or anything like that, but killing people off or trying to change society when they don't want to be changed is just going to start more animosity and more revenge, and the cycle of hatred will continue on. So, what the goals the Co-Empire is going for doesn't seem to be that realistic. It doesn't. Let me explain. Even if they manage to accomplish and conquer the entire world and unify it and make it to where everything is one culture, one language, stuff like that, where they can lower the beliefs down, people are different. Nobody is the same. Everybody is different. And that means everybody has their own ideals, their own goals, how they look at the world, and with the Co-Empire trying to do this and push these different things on, like their own beliefs on the people, the lower beliefs, that is hypocritical. So, right now, this standpoint, at this time, this isn't a good future for the, the world of Magi. Like, the Ko Empire should definitely not conquer the world. Even though Alphaman is gone, this is not going to stop endless, needless war. It's not going to stop it at all because of what they're trying to do. So let me know your thoughts on that little subject. I mean, what is your viewpoint? That's like my thoughts on that little segment of this chapter and what I feel like the grand goal that the Ko Empire is trying to strive for. The other parts of the chapter focuses on Solomon's wisdom, and it gets a new name called Open Sesame. And I like that. I like that little name right there. I like that name a lot. And to see how the final, like, panel of this chapter is like, Open Sesame! And you see Aladdin just opening up Solomon's wisdom. That was badass. It was just so fucking badass. I like that new name. Great chapter. That right there was just a really great point of the chapter. So, the last part of the chapter, getting back on topic, is Alibaba trying to come back. For instance, Aladdin and everybody else around is trying to figure out a way to bring back Alibaba. And this is, I guess, a very logical next step for this series, because Aladdin needs to figure out how to get his king vessel back. He needs to figure out how to get him back, and that's what's going to go on now. But this makes me question what is going to happen next, because with Aladdin doing this with Alibaba, it's like he's just taking a seat and just getting the fuck away from this war that's going on right now. Like, he's like, fuck this, I'm just going to help out Alibaba. That's how you can kind of look at this chapter. And so the Ko Empire is going to be going up against Hawkeru, and nothing's going to be really there to stop it. Like, Aladdin's not going to be there if he's going to be focusing on Alibaba. So this fight's going to go on, and Aladdin's not really going to intervene from what I can see. Well, unless he decides to heal Alibaba real quick. Let's say Alibaba gets healed real quick and gets fixed up, and then they go before it's over, but I highly doubt that. So what will happen? Questions. A lot of questions. A lot of questions. And that is the chapter. In a nutshell. That's the chapter. It had some great foreshadowing to it. I like the foreshadowing with, the Ko Empire's build-up, along with, the different standpoints of other countries that force their wars and beliefs on other people. I like that. That was some great foreshadowing and great examples. Personally, I wish some other shonen, I'm not going to name the exact shonen, but I wish some other shonen handled this peace argument or preventing future wars a lot better. Like Magi. Magi did a good job. I mean, even though it's not a perfect endgame, because nothing is going to be perfect. You cannot change humans. You cannot change humans and their beliefs and their different personalities. So no matter what you try to accomplish or strive for, you're not going to stop wars. You're not. Nothing's going to stop it. Nothing will. Nothing ever will. Unless somehow humanity kills its own self off. That's it. But what I'm getting at is what the Ko Empire is striving for. It's not bad, like, it's not horrible, but they're still forcing their beliefs onto other people, and that right there is just removing the free will from the people, and that goes back to the arguments of the flashback arc and different things like that, with free will, God controlling all, stuff like that. So the problem is still yet to be solved. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.